A woman charged with shooting her husband over accusations that he molested children at the daycare center she owns will remain in jail in Washington, D.C. This morning, a judge ordered Shantari Weems stay behind bars ahead of her next court date, which is in August. Now, we told you last week that Weems was arrested after shooting James Weems Jr., allegedly, in a hotel room in Washington.
And that's what makes it worse, because he is a cop. I mean, an ex-cop or whatever.
Him about those molestation claims. WJZ investigator Mike Elgren, he's live in Washington, D.C. He was the only Baltimore television reporter in that courtroom this morning, Mike, which I understand was very emotional.
Denise, there was some drama. People were angry about this decision and began yelling at the judge, both in the courtroom and those watching in an online feed. Now, the judge explained essentially that she cannot consider the motive at
what's wrong with this dude?
And that
so I guess they try to file for the motion for bail for her, and the judge said no, and they were like, "What?"
Yeah, there was an uproar.
Yeah,
out there, man.
Yeah. I would be too.
Absolutely, man.
I'll be like, you effing honor. You know what I mean?
Terry Weems should not have taken the law into her own hands.
That's her family.
An emotional scene outside of the courthouse where friends and family of Shantari Weems comfort each other moments after
his kids, the cousins, whatever, they're like, no, I don't give a damn about my dad.
Yeah.
My mom, dude, she did the right thing.
Absolutely.
And helped them kids. Sorry about that.
Nah, man.
It's emotional.
Man.
It's an emotional issue.
The judge orders her held without bail. Weems owns a daycare in Baltimore County. She's accused of shooting her husband, James Weems Jr., over allegations he was molesting children there. The violent encounter happened at a luxury hotel in Washington, D.C. last week, where Weems, a retired Baltimore City police officer, was on a work trip on a security detail.
Regardless whether or not you feel like what she did was justifiable, she was protecting children.
Obviously, she's disappointed.
Her attorney, Tony Garcia, argued she shot her husband in self-defense.
There you go, Tony.
Was emotionally shattered. And as she went down there asking him what happened, he went from 0 to 1,000. He came at her, and she had...
Yeah, because he's a cop.
They bring that shit on. Weems never told police she was scared of her husband, and the judge explained the reason she confronted him is not a factor the court considers. Weems, handcuffed and wearing an orange jail jumpsuit, wept inside the courtroom. Family.
Wait. Let me tell y'all something about y'all cops, ex-cops, or whatever y'all is. Your wives, you bringing that work home, you beating her up, whatever. Your wives are so so on point, because they know you can snap at any time. They got a gun of their own. They know where you putting guns at. Yeah. And you come home, one day she gonna have to kill you, because you bringing that killer mentality home. They ready, right, and that's what they saying right here. She's like, nah, I ain't scared of him. I don't give a shit. He destroyed the Lord's kids,
man,
including her mother.
Huh?
He destroyed everything, the code, the parent, his line of work.
Man, they the worst ones, man.
Fine to speak to WJZ. We did obtain an affidavit from the detective who interviewed her. He described a bloody scene. One bullet went through her husband's neck. Another remains lodged in his thigh. Police say Shantari Weems wrote in a notebook that James Weems is scum. I hope you get beat up in jail. I'm going to paralyze you. And I want these kids to get justice. My only regret is that I didn't put the bullet in your head. She apologized to her babies at the daycare, writing that she did not know about the abuse.
Being behind
they're married for a long time.
Is hell.
He's
retired.
James Weems remains in custody here in Washington. We're told that
now being together for a long time, it doesn't matter. You messed up.
And bring him back to
you crossed the line.
To face justice. He is facing at least 3 charges of molesting children.
Look, what I was trying to explain was, okay, he's retired cop. That means they've been together for over 30 years.
Yeah.
You know what I'm saying? And all that went down the drain. No, that was God's kids.
Come on, dog.
Yeah. And she like, in my daycare? This is my company. This is my business. Moreover, this is God's children. She's a God-fearing woman.
Reporting live at Superior Court in Washington, Mike Halgren, WJZ.
Closing remarks, Jizzle.
Man, hey, look, man.
WJZ News.
Man, protect the kids at all costs, man.
Yep.
Man, don't be violating them like that, man.